Good evening, good morning, or good afternoon, wherever you are in the world. I hope that you're all keeping safe and healthy, and I hope you've had a wonderful weekend. Here in Switzerland, the weather's been really beautiful with the bright sunshine, and yesterday I was sat in a rose garden with roses pretty much all surrounding me, and sometimes we forget that life can smell of roses or not. And of course, the COVID is bringing many changes, but the rose, they still smell beautiful, they still flower, they still blossom. So welcome everybody to another week of Sacred Pause Meditations. As the world spins on its axes and life is forever changing. So in your usual way, please open sacred space. Make yourselves comfortable, whether you choose to sit down or lie down, or maybe you're led in a wonderful hammock. Maybe you're on a waterbed that's all squidgy and soft. If you need a shawl or a blanket or a beautiful scarf around your shoulders, then please just make yourselves really comfortable. Meditation is always a time of receiving, a time of listening to information from our higher self, from the oneness, from God or whatever your God is, or from your higher self. Meditation is sacred, and by making yourself the most comfortable that you can be, then of course you're going to get the most benefit from the meditation. So in your own time, just open a sacred space. Sometimes I find that it's nice to meditate with a sacred crystal. Maybe with 2 or 3 crystals. It's just whatever's pertinent and whatever's right for you. So in your own time, just take your awareness to your breath. Just breathe in for the count of 3 and breathe out for the count of 6. And just as you take your attention to your breath, take your attention to appreciation for all the many breaths that your body has performed today, yesterday, the day before, and so much more that your body does for you. And as you deepen your sense of appreciation, just allow yourself to be appreciative of all the friends you've got, of all the bird song, of all the roses you've smelt, of all the rainbows you've ever seen, of all the beautiful waterfalls you've ever seen, of all the things your body has done for you. Walking in the park, walking by the lake, walking by a river, being able to feel the grass under your feet. And just focus on appreciation. Focus right into your body, right into your soul, as you focus on nothing more than appreciation. And I want you to think about inevitability, about change. As your mind quietens and you realize that the only 2 things we can ever be sure of is, of course, death and change. And I'd like you to visualize a stunning park. It can be real or imaginary or a bit of both. It doesn't matter, because meditation is all about you. But let's create this park together, a very sacred park. A park surrounded rather like an old Victorian garden with beautiful walls, but of course your garden can be surrounded by hedges or beautiful railings, elaborately carved, or maybe a simple wooden fence or a simple bamboo fence. There's a stunning archway covered with wisteria, passion flowers, climbing roses and other beautiful flowers as you walk into this sacred, beautiful garden. And the moment you step through to this garden, you feel a sense of connection. A sense of connection to yourself, to Mother Earth, to Father Sky, and to the whole universe and whatever lies beyond. You feel a sense of peace and connection to yourself. And you will find a sacred path. A path full of crystals. A sacred path lined with beautiful shrubs and beautiful flowers. Maybe tulips, bluebells, snowdrops. Maybe different flowers. But as you walk down this path, it begins to curve. And when you've walked around the curve, slowly and mindfully, you see a stunning pasture with a beautiful bench. A bench full of cushions, blankets, a table with fresh fruit juice, fresh fruit salad, maybe with all your favourite things. Favourite cakes, favourite scones, favourite tea or coffee or hot chocolate, maybe even some wine and some champagne and strawberries. Remember, it's your meditation. And there's a picnic hamper if you'd rather sit on the grass, on the flowers, in the beautiful pasture. And as I said, the only two things we can ever be sure of is death and change. And I want you to visualize that you are sat with someone who maybe passed over the Rainbow Bridge recently, or someone who passed over the Rainbow Bridge many, many years ago. Maybe someone who passed over the Rainbow Bridge before you were born, or even at the moment you were born. The golden thread connects you to that person. And it may be that there's more than one person. It can be anyone you want it to be. And I want you to look into their eyes. Behold their eyes as you look into the windows of their soul. Really feel that energy. Allow yourself to speak authentically through your eyes, through your heart, through your oneness, your isness, your beingness. We speak so much without speech. We can hold someone's space just as they can hold it for us. Maybe you have many questions for this person, or maybe it's just simply that now you've arrived, you can just share. You have been welcomed into their presence. You have welcomed them into your presence. Maybe there's more than one person. Maybe you begin to realize there are many people here, many souls with a beautiful, perfect peace. And just allow yourself to experience that peace, that oneness. And I'm going to leave you in this sacred space. Maybe you're with grandparents, maybe a neighbour who passed away, maybe a favourite musician. For me, Freddie Mercury is so amazing. He was such a spiritual man. Listen to your heart, listen to your soul as it guides you. Maybe the people keep changing, but just be in that sacred space. Be content within yourself. And I'm going to leave you in that space now. Enjoy the conversation. Maybe enjoy hugs or handshakes, or maybe laughter, maybe songs, maybe singing. Anything is possible here. You can share tea and cake. You can share a picnic with many in the meadow. You can choose to walk round the garden and explore the rose garden, the rockery garden, the greenhouse, and the fountain. Or you can be still. You can imagine sliding up and down the rainbow bridge with them. For those of you that want to stay in meditation now, just be here, giving thanks to the person you're with, giving thanks for everything you've shared here. For those of you that are ready to leave this meditation, give thanks for everything you've appreciated here, for those you've met, knowing you can come back here at any given moment in time. And maybe, just maybe, every time you see a rainbow from this day forward, you will be reminded of smelling the roses and how colourful life can be. Knowing that we're all connected by the golden thread. So whether you choose to wriggle your toes or move your hands, your fingers, roll your shoulders, just take 3 deep breaths in as you open your eyes so that you're fully grounded, fully present, and fully back in the room where all this beautiful journey started. Namaste, dear friends. Om Shanti, Om Shanti, Om Shanti.